This video demonstrates DeltaV version control. So DeltaV version control is used for change management. The reason that this could be required on a system is you could have multiple DeltaV Professional and Professional Plus workstations used for making changes to the system. They're all networked together, and there needs to be a way to manage who's making changes so other people can see that things are being edited. And the feature, DeltaV version control, we're going to use it on a control module. So I've got a PID loop control module right here. If I right click, if version control is enabled on your system, you'll have this option here when you right click. You'll see there's two features here, check in and check out. So it's almost like the idea of a library. You can check in or check out a book. So if we want to check out that control module, we would go and click check out. And then once we're done making a change, we would check it back in. You'll notice when I click check out down here, the control module gets a little check mark on it. There's a little check mark displayed. When I right click, go back to version control and click check in, it allows me to put in comments and some other options, keep it checked out. But for now, we're not going to put any comments in and just click OK. And you can see that that check mark is gone. The other thing that we can do, we can right click, go back to version control, and click on show history. So here, it shows all the different changes that have been made every time the module's been checked in and checked out. If we go way back here and click on this check in here and click on view, it'll give us a display of what the control module looks like. So we can see what it looks like. Let's go further back here. Let's just see. So there you can see that the function blocks didn't have the lines connected to them, right? So that's the difference between those two versions of the control module. So if I want to, I could actually roll back by clicking this rollback button right here. And it's telling that we need to check it out first because we didn't check it out, so we'll check it out. And now the change should be made. So if we close this and actually go in, right click, open this with Control Studio, we should see that the wiring is not connected now, right? So we'll close Control Studio here. We're going to go back and use version control, show history, and we're going to go right back to the last time it was checked back in. Let's see right here. So let's roll back to the last time it was checked back in. We can view it. That's what it should look like now when we go into Control Studio. And if we wanted to document any of our changes, we could right click version control, check out the module, right click, open with Control Studio where we make our logic changes. Here we'll drop in an analog input block, save it, Control S, and then exit. And when we go to check this back in now, we use version control, check in, it's going to ask us to add a comment. So if we just type in added space AI, AI block. Now, whoever's looking at the history will know what the change was or why the change was done, because we made that comment there. So we click OK, it's checked back in. Now if we right click, go to version control, show history, you can see it's checked back in here, and we click details, and right there it says added AI block. So now we know, okay, this change was made by the administrator on this date. When he checked it back in, he added these details, and we could roll back to that change. So that's DeltaV version control. Very handy when you're trying to manage large DeltaV systems or distributed control systems.